Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, and this one is Halin Fell. Quite a lot of people have done this one. Wild camping is a bit more around here. Look at this, what we've got already. 2 scorch marks, 3, 4 scorch marks. Got family over there camping. I'm going up this way. So it looks like there's 2 routes up here. Never been up this fell before. There's that one that goes straight up. This one here goes along and round. But it seems to be a bit more scenic, so we're going to go off up that way. Guys, we've got the music on, dancing around it already. Like literally 2 minutes from the car park. There's a guy just sitting down there enjoying his peace and quiet. You probably can't hear them actually. Well, as long as they take everything with them. Look at this water feature. Yeah, some runoff. Right, I've got a funny feeling. This camp, I was hoping the weather would scare a few people off because it had been raining quite a lot. Because I know that this is an easy fell to get to and quite common for wild camping. Now I know it kind of goes against with what I've been doing recently, but to be honest, I did actually think that this was going to be a lot quieter. But like I say, we've got a party down there. If we get bored, I can go and join them. If not, I want to be over the other side there, looking at the lake and try and find a nice quiet place to chill. I mean, to be fair, these guys camping here, although I say it's right next to the road, they feel like they're in the middle of nowhere, don't they? I kind of get used to it because this is my sort of stomping ground. That the middle of nowhere is nowhere really. So as you can see, even though we're doing a short one, I've packed out for this one. 2 reasons. One, I want a bit of comfort tonight, so I've bought the Hillenberg. It's just a little bit taller, a little bit longer, and a little bit heavier. But it means we can spread out a little bit, get a bit comfortable. We've also something different. We've got some real food, some real nice food actually. I've splashed out on this one. So when I say splashed out, I've got something really nice, but it's not much more than the dried foods. I think I spent £11 in total on the food, which I'll show you later, and obviously give you. Oh, it's just starting to rain. It was forecast for a bit of rain. Haven't got my waterproof on. It's in my bag. But I think it might just pass us quickly. It looks like the clouds are coming from the south, east. So this is what we've got. So hopefully I'll get up here high enough and be able to see what the weather's going to be like and find a pitch that's going to be dry. Oh, look at these views, eh? I've only been walking, I mean, you can see the cars down there. I've only been walking 10 minutes and look at it already. I don't know the mountains around here, but I think I've been up the majority of them. This long stretch over here is High Street. I've been right along there. I'm not sure if I've been up this hill here. Quite possibly have. I've been up that one, and that one over there. Yeah, I thought I saw a flash. There was a forecast for thunder. No, I think that's just my stomach rumbling. Right, we're kind of here already. So because there's a short walk, I won't be doing much talking till I set the tent up, because I think this is going to be a case of 20-minute walk and then pitch the tent. Spot over there, spot up here. I think I think we're going to be spot for choice here. Right, I'm just going to go over this side because you've got the views of the lake and everything. See what this place is like. Don't fancy camping directly on top of there, but we'll see if there's any sort of level bits on the other side. Another spot just down there that looks campable. Right, the rain's starting to come in a little bit now. I'm not too bothered, just because I've got a spare jacket, albeit down jacket. It's not far to get back, and this is a synthetic jacket, so it should stay warm when it's still wet. Okay, look at this, eh? And you can see why it's a nice place to camp. You've got these level bits here. Unfortunately, we've got one stones for that one. Looks like there's been a fire there, another fire here, and another fire here. This one's got glass on it as well, so albeit looks nicer place. I'm gonna venture on, I think, have a look a bit further on there. Just noticed this little footpath here and a level point over here, so I'm just going to pop down here and have a look. Still got rain, but I think again it's still a passing cloud. Looks horrible, but we'll keep venturing on. Again, looks level from here, but I think we're quite sort of close to this little village down here, Howtown. I would say there's probably some people that live there. This is looking nice, but I think what we'll do is we'll venture on. There's another spot way over on the horizon there, which I think might be a little bit better. It's quite quiet as well. You know, I think what we'll do is we'll go up to the summit and we'll have a little look around from there just to see. Well, we need to make a video, don't we? It's been like 10 minutes and I'm looking for a campsite already. I suppose this fell lends itself to. Right, I think I'm just going to cut straight down and follow that main path up to the top there. You can see it's been raining a while. Look at this, it's all turned into basically a bit boggy, a bit wet. That last week would have been nice and dry, so I'm going to go straight up here now. This path just seems to just disappear. It gets really steep here, so I've done the usual and got myself on a precarious route, even on Halin Fell. It's a nice path leading up into here, and then when it gets steep it just turns into rock and kind of disappears. It's almost as if people just give up at this point and try somewhere else. But we'll battle on. We've done worse. It's not that bad. It's quite stepped actually. There we go. That was fairly easy. You can actually see the two camping spots where I was looking. 3, 4, whatever. These ones here are covered in bracken now, so they're going to be harder to pitch obviously. But that first one I went to is obviously a place, but we're going to keep hunting. I think the path goes back this way. Another reason why I want to come up to the top and look over the other side is just to get a gauge of how many people are here and whether this rain's going to stay on. If there's no one here, then got the fell to myself, but somehow, judging by what I've already seen, I don't think we're going to have it. Certainly not going to do a summit camp here. The summit trig, or the summit big standy thing, is right there. Bloody huge. That's about, I would say it's about 7 or 8 foot, that. Right, we'll get up there and have a look. There we go. Another fire, and it wouldn't surprise me if in this little bit here there'll be something else. I think some people actually camp down here, which makes sense if the prevailing wind is actually coming towards the camera now. This would be quite a nice little hidey hole right down from the summit. Obviously you can't see the views or anything, but if you're trying to hide, this is certainly one place. There's Little Mel Fell, camped up there. So you can actually see a fell have camped up. I don't think it would actually be too bad for a summit camp, or close to summit camp. Nice and level over here, but again, knowing how busy it is, there it is. That is bigger than in real life. Let me get up to it. So I would say that is about 10 foot. And here we go. Look at this. Right, so I haven't seen anyone yet. I think that's coming towards us. So I might drop down. Looks like there's something over that side there. So this grass is damp now, so it's going to be pretty slippy. So I'm going to try and avoid that. Now I can see why this is. I mean, look at this view. For where we're at and how far we've walked, that is quite a nice view. Sun poking through. Got this rain cloud coming, so yeah, I'm going to drop down this way and just see if we can find a camping spot. I want to be kind of, I mean, that place there looks quite nice because I reckon we can look left and right on this camp and get the whole lake in. This lake does kind of bend round a bit. It's a bit of a dog leg, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to put a waterproof on. Right, we're dry. So I'm going to go to that place where I was just pointing before. Hopefully this rain didn't do what it did last time. It just rained when I pitched the tent, then it was fine for the rest of the night. Right, another spot over there. That's right near the path. So we're going to drop down to this place here and see what it's like. Nice little level bit here. Kind of hidden from most people. Path goes up there, they'll only see us when they get to the top there. Yeah, this is a nice little hidey hole. Be out of the prevailing wind as well. Just gonna peek over this edge here just to see if there's anything else. No, right, here's our home for the night. Yeah, I think the rain's stopping a little bit now, so I can take my time looking whereabouts I want to be, I think. Nicely looking out towards the fells there. You can just see the top. Let's see if I can unhook myself from this. Not forget the microphone. I'll just clip that to there. Right. Still kind of undecided, but I think if we go here, it's in a little bit of a slope, but we're kind of looking out another. I mean, someone's had another fire here, but let me just have a quick look over here. Yeah, I think we're hidden enough. Bang it right here. Wind's going that way, so we'll pitch our tent into the wind. One tent, one bag of pegs, one bag of poles. Get the tent out. It's been a couple of weeks since I've had this one out. Wind's just died enough now. And the wind stopped there, the rain stopped as well, so probably take your time a little bit, or maybe not. everything's in the tent now. Sun is still up a little bit, and I think we're going to get some rain, so I'm going to go for a little walk just before this rain hits. Just get back up the top there. One, have a look, see what my tent looks like from up there. And two, I've never been on this fell before. I want to have a little explore, and I don't think I'm going to have much time. Look at that though, eh? Stunning. The trouble with cameras is I've got to look at the camera and show you the view, but I really want to sort of just stare at the view myself. That's not a bad pitch down there actually. Sun's just going in now, getting a little bit darker. There's been some sort of cairn here that's kind of obliterated. It's not the summit anyway. I mean, there's the summit with that 10-foot massive thing. Don't even know what's on top of that. I'm sure there's some drone shots that someone's done and had a look. Well, considering I said it was a busy fell, I haven't seen anyone yet, apart from down at the near the car park. There's plenty of people parked at the car park, a few people camping over and stuff, but I haven't actually seen anyone on Halin Fell, and I've been on a good nearly hour now. To be fair, unless you were really staring, you wouldn't better see it. Just down there. I do like that colour that the Hillebergs have, that sort of browny green. It just, I mean, even the gold poles that they have, it just kind of all matches in, just melts away. The darker green Terra Nova that I've got, I mean, you can get it in that sort of colour, but I didn't really sort of know what colour tent I wanted, and considering I'm not far from the summit, I mean, here's the summit. Yeah, you can hardly see it. It's really tempting to climb this thing. I mean, it doesn't look small from there, but look, if I stand up next to it, this thing towers. It's huge. I'm going to go down over here. I haven't seen this little bit here. The wind's picking up here, so I think I've made the right choice being on that side. Albeit I'm in a decent tent. I do want to go over there, but I don't, cause just in case I find somewhere a lot nicer than where I'm at. There's just camping spots all over this place. Not people camping, just places to put it. No wonder this is so popular. Again, I still haven't seen anyone yet. I'm just envisaging stepping over here and seeing a sea of tents. Let's have a look at this sea of tents. Not one tent. I mean, there's obviously places where people have camped, but I haven't seen one tent. Maybe I was right. Maybe the weather was just enough to hide people off this fell. Let's say the wind's picking up. Here would have had a, to get that view, the tent would have been straight into the wind. So I think I've definitely picked the right place as far as getting a view. Steep wet grass, here we go. Not too bad, he says. I'm just going to keep filming because I know what might happen. As soon as I switch the camera off, I'll fall over. Ooh. When I'm coming down here, I'm looking at stuff like that stone there, thinking, I'm not going to go in front of that, because if I slip, my ass is going to hit that. So I try and avoid that kind of thing, or just keep an eye out for it. I'm gonna have to climb back up again to my pitch, but this is another one that's a bit more hidden, out of the way. I think it's just as good as where I'm at. Probably is slightly better actually. Yeah, this is a nice pitch here. It's really nice. Level. 2 fires, so I'm getting used to these. But you do get quite a nice panoramic view. Actually, if I'd seen this first, I probably would have came here. But it's just slightly boggy. That's the only thing that's got the pitch I've got over that is. So we've got some dark clouds coming in. So I'm going to, there's a whole line of dark cloud there. Look at that front. Hang on, if I right across there, can you just see that? All the way across, all the way around almost. And yeah, you can't see anything after that. So that is a wall of water coming our way, I think. We might miss it because the wind is going up that way kind of thing, so it might just push up out of the way, but I'm going to get back to the tent quickly. Just in time. Look at this. You know, after this wind I might actually put some look at that. Glad I brought the Hilleberg. Okay, it's starting to mellow a little bit now. But it did actually get quite windy, so I'm going to pop out and just put I'm going to put all the pegs out, I think, just to make sure. It should be fine, but I'll have a look at this thing. One thing I did forget, earplugs, so hopefully there's not much of this tonight, or I'm not going to be sleeping much. Right, so after about an hour of rain, it's finally stopped. I'm going to go outside and peg out individually the guy lines. You can actually see, probably not on this camera, but you can actually see somewhere now. It really came in and got quite windy as well, so like I said, I'm going to individually peg each guy line out and make sure that this tent's going nowhere. Right, let's get out of here, have a look. There's 2 people up there. So we'll just check these guy lines. That's right, we'll peg these out. Right, I need a 6 of the red ones. One in. Right, that's them in. It's cold, it's just going, and I think there's another rain cloud coming in. Great stuff. Right, let's get it. Right, so the moment I've been waiting for. Look at this setup now. So what have we got for tea? I've got these new Jetboil knife, fork and spoon set. I like these because look what you can do with them. Hang on. So if you push that in, look at that, they expand, so you can have a long spoon or a long fork and that's for if you've got these things, you can get inside, so it means you can have a fork. I've gone for the plastic ones because I just think when you're cutting stuff with the knife, if you want to use one of these, you're not going to scratch the bottom, and as you can see, I've already scratched it. That's with a titanium knife, so it's just scratched right through it. Okay, so what have we got for tea? Well, obviously I've brought the skillet. You can probably see this in the background. Some wild venison. This is actually made in, well, grown in Cumbria, just down the road. And then we've got some mushroom stir fry. That's from Booth's. And then some Asda's own katsu curry stir fry sauce. So we'll mix that with the stir fry. But we're going to fry off the venison first. And I'll probably just taste that as it is before I have that stir fry. Okay, so we're going to do this with the Jetboil Stash stove. Got the MSR little stand and the MSR skillet. It does actually just kind of sit on there, and the wind's picking up, so let's get this on the go. I think we'll be all right for rain, so let's get that going. Got that venison on. I thought this was going to be quite a thin steak, but it's not. We'll get this a little bit hotter. What I'll do is I'll fry this up, and I'll probably eat one piece and then cut the rest up and have it in the stir fry. In fact, I might even turn that down a little bit. Should we try this on long? It is quite flexy, so we'll stick that back to as it was. As a normal fork, and works quite well. We'll just get a bit more gas on that coat. The good thing is the Jetboil Stash doesn't have this like regulator thing that this thing has. So it kind of doubles up and makes it have a decent regulator, so the gas stays constant, basically. This is wild venison. It's not just homegrown. It does say pack of 2. Oh yeah, 2. There's 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat one of these. I think this one. I'll put that one there just to rest, and I'm going to have this. Right, so what does venison taste like? Well, how easy can we cut venison with these? Let's just try a little edge. Surprisingly well. Right, so if I shift you down like that, so we've got venison. Cutting with a plastic knife. I think the hardest thing's actually holding it with the fork. And then taste test. I can see why people like venison. Look at that. To perfection. Plastic knives. and forks. So these knives work so well. I'm gonna eat a little bit more of this and then chop it all up and then make a stir fry. Developed a technique of how to cut this stuff. And again, to show you how easy it is. And you just hold it like that, cut it through there. Got some little pieces already done. Right, that's ready for the stir fry. Let's see what we can fit in here. We can use the, there we go, nice and sturdy. We can use the oil off the meat. I'm going to be brave, I'm going to put the whole lot in. There we go. So now stir fries do shrink a little bit. You're even going to move you back a little bit as well. Right, let's get this gas back on. No. I'm going to stick this meat in just because I'm going to eat it otherwise. We're starting, it's starting to get a bit more on the go. In fact, we'll just warm that up. That should get the gas going a bit. I think that'll help it. Right, so I think that's enough. Right, taste test. See what it's going to be like. Stir fry with venison. Katsu curry. That is really nice. Right, I'm going to eat this. It's getting too dark now, so I'll see you later. Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. I woke up at 4 and it was light, and look at this. Sunshine. Look at that. So I ended up, there was about 2 more people camping on here eventually. So I was just an early camper. I just got here early, didn't I? Right, I'm gonna get up and have a stretch and have a little walk up to the top, I think. Oh, what did they say? Raining last night, but today still a bit cold, a bit windy. I think we've got some clouds coming up, so I think what I'm going to do is going to get that tent packed away while it's still dry. Then we'll have a walk up and have a walk around after that. Pack down time, so 6:26. I'm hoping to be all packed away by 7 o'clock. Right, quick last search. Another random cable. I think that's everything out the tent. About 3 bags, right. Shoes on, what time are we on? 6:39, so it's taken 15 minutes to pack up. And hoping another 15 minutes to get this down. There we go. All done. Us done for the night. Again, guys, leave no trace, no fires, not leaving anything left. Alright, we're going to go back up to the top there just because it's so quick. and easy. Right, just coming back up over here. Look at that sun, eh? It looks lovely. So, just down there was another couple camping in a hilly berg, and they said that there was another couple over here which I never saw, but yeah, there's another two, looks like a helm tent down there, quite close together, so there must be the same party. And yeah, I was actually thinking of camping over there, but I'm glad I got where I got. Just saw this. This is Beth Draw Buildings. Turn it over. It says, "Find me, I'm yours. Please tag Beth in any photos. Have a great weekend. Love, Beth." You know what? Thanks very much. I'll tag you in. I'll put you on my Instagram. Look at that. Let's see if we can get the same. I think we're going to be that side, haven't we? She must have been over here. Something like that. I love that. That's great. Yeah, so we're going to go over to this part here, and I think it just drops straight down. I need to put this in my bag as well. Again, you can see why this is such one for wild camping. I mean, even up there and over here, all these fells around here look quite good for camping. But yeah, that's a nice one coming down off there. I'm going to definitely come back here. Yeah, so first one up and the first one out. Either just going to be careful here because again we've got slippy wet grass. Right, it's negotiated down that wall of terror. Oh, stunning round. I just wish the wind wasn't so bitey cold. I didn't sort of prepare for it. I didn't bring any gloves because, to be honest, I thought it was going to be nice. It was either going to be wet, but this wind is just so cold, especially it's a southern wind as well. You know, it's from the south normally, it's a bit warmer. The car park down in Martindale Church has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars in it already. I did actually wake up at 4 o'clock and get out of the tent and have a look, and there was a couple on the top already. Whether they're doing like some sort of fell run or something, but yeah, unless it was these two. It was the person that dropped that picture off, Beth. But yeah, what a nice surprise that is. It's funny, you know, what people do in the fells. You know, like put a picture up like that just for someone to come and get. What's that term? Early bird takes the worm. And I've got myself a little picture, little souvenir from the top of Halin Fell. It kind of finishes the camp off nicely, doesn't it? Quite a nice camp. I did think it was going to be raining all night, raining, you know, in the morning and everything, but no, we got right. And to be honest, I think I did right getting up early as well, because the clouds are starting to come in. I haven't even checked the forecast actually. Right, well, I'll say it again. That was a successful wild camp. Obviously started raining as soon as I got in the tent, but at least I was dry. I stayed dry all night and had a lovely tea. That venison was lovely. I'm going to do that more often. It is a bit more awkward bringing food with you, and obviously you get the rubbish, so maybe I need to sort of prepare for that, you know, deal with all the rubbish at home get it all packaged ready, and yeah, a bit more prep, but at least it'll save having like I've got a big rubbish bag full now. Right, this has been Lost in the Lakes. We'll see you in the next one.